Hello and welcome to All About Pennies. My name's Will. Thank you very much for anyone who commented on my last video. That was my second video. I think it was about 10 days ago. Yeah, all sort of going quite good. I'm sort of learning lots of things and getting books out and trying to learn as much as I can about pre-decimal pennies. As I'm waiting for some pennies to arrive, which have been delayed, I've got some sort of oddities that have come through that I've been had for a while. There's not many, but I thought I'd show you. This one is actually that I showed last week, but some people might not have seen it. This is a 1915 George V, and you can see clearly, if people don't know about ghosting, that on this coin shows the ghosting. On here, going round, you can see George V's head from the other side, from the obverse. So yeah, so let's have a look and see what we're looking at. Well, the thing that's not right, if you look up to the top, is that we got like a round sort of zero blob. Paul from Coin Patrol called it the blob. I don't know if it's a blob or not, but let's go in a bit, zoom in a bit so you can have a look a bit better. Let me bring it down. There it is. It kind of looks like a zero because it's got a bit of a gap in the middle. But so far, no one's commented on what it is. So I'm waiting. I'm hoping someone will know what it is. But I've never seen one of these before. Paul's not seen any one of these before. So it's these things that pop up when in your searches. Yeah, so that's the one that come through the other day that I did in the last video. If you haven't seen it, there will be a link below. The next one up I've got is this one here. Yes, I can't really fit it in. Let's go back to one. It's been squashed. It's a George V. I think if I can remember rightly, it's a 1926. But it's pretty flat. And I should imagine it's probably going to be flattened by a steamroller. Yeah. Actually, I had a friend of mine got run over by a steamroller a few years ago, but he survived. He's now my flatmate. Hey. Moving on very, very swiftly. Next one up. Oh, just hit me phone then. We got a 1935 squashy penny. Let me just, if you look at the three down the bottom there, you can clearly see there's been sort of some damage done here. And I think it's actually sort of missing. You can see where it sort of was. I think something's whacked it. And it's no longer there. So that's my 1935 squashy penny, which I like. It's different. It looks like a little dot also near the 9. I don't know if there is or not. What was there? Next one up. It's come through a couple of weeks ago. I've seen these. I've seen Paul from Coin Patrol's found a couple of these. Not being this bright though. They are made out of brass, which sort of kind of makes sense if you're pushing them up. It looks brass looking anyway. So 1 cent coin, South Africa. Bilingual, so that says South Africa. The other side it says in Afrikaans, it says South Africa. That one there is a covered wagon used by the Voortrekkers or the Boer pioneers as they performed their great trek in 1836. The designer was H.M. Hilda Mason. I was looking, I'm thinking, where is this Hilda Mason? I couldn't find it, but anyway, I did find it eventually. And it's, let me bring this up a little bit so I can show you. It's there. Let's put my light on my pen. I've got a special pen now. There. HM. Yep, HM. Well done, Hilda. That's a nice coin. Nice coin, like it. I don't collect foreign coins. Right, on the other side, we've got unity is strength. Then on Afrikaan, the same again. 2 rosettes, one at the top, one at the bottom. And I thought to myself, oh, where is the signature on this one? And I was looking and looking, and I'm thinking, I don't know. This is Jan van Riebeck. He was a Dutch colonial merchant and founder of Cape Town. The design was by W.N. Willie Myburg. Well, Mr. Willie Myburg, I don't know where your signature is, but I did find it actually. It's actually there. You can just about see it. Let's blow it up a bit more so you can see it a bit more. Bring it down a bit, up a bit. There it is, W.M. I'd probably give this one away. I don't actually, as I say earlier, I don't really actually collect foreign coins, but it is a nice design coin. I wish some of the British coins were a bit better, especially the recent ones. I'm not one who collects 50p's and that, by the way. I'm more of your older pennies, and I don't know. Right, moving on very swiftly. This is a George V again. This is a 1913. I called it my 1913 dot penny because if you look down here, you can see there's a dot. You can also see ghosting going around, which they had problems with. They had problems with ghosting from the late Victorian times right through, till they actually completely got rid of it. I think it was in 1928. Eventually, they got rid of it by reducing the head. I could go through it to you, but I don't want to bore you to tears. But it's all to do with the flow of metal and how much was going from in the reverse or the obverse, and obviously that's one of the reasons. So there's a little dot. I've gone over it. I've tried to. It won't move. It's there. It's like a little error. Yeah. Next one, or my last one. Cat's crying at me again. He does it every week. He's been fed. Right, we've got a little dash penny. 1947, which would be George VI. Again, I think it might be a bit of damage. I'm not sure. Down here, you can see the little comrie thing. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can surprise in what you can find when you collect coins, and quirky little coins like that, quite nice to find. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost absolutely anything. I've got some pennies coming. They're being delayed for some reason, but once I get them pennies, we're going to do another hunt. I hope to see you then. Cheers.